Let's learn how to use Arttista Color Harmonizer. Before we learn about the Color Harmonizer, let's take a look at Arttista's new color palette import features. It's now easier to use and import colors directly from an image file. The first option lets you select an image and choose how you want to extract its colors. After selecting the image file, this window will appear, asking how you'd like to import the colors. The first option loads all the colors from the image until Arttista's palette is full. The second option brings in only the most dominant colors from the image. Here is your newly loaded color palette. A new feature allows you to drag colors directly from the palette onto your objects. This makes manual coloring much more dynamic. Notice that each time you drag a color onto an object, it sets the object's fill color. But if you want to change the stroke color instead, simply hold the Shift key while dragging and dropping. You can manually select colors from an image file, right-clicking on Arttista's color palette and selecting the option, Select Colors from Image. After choosing the desired image, a window will appear. From this window, you can click and drag colors onto any object in the scene or into Arttista's palette. Now let's use Arttista's Color Harmonizer. I've prepared 3 versions of the same objects so we can compare the results. First, we enter Edit mode and select the middle version in the scene. With the desired color palette selected in Arttista, we go to the Color Harmonization menu and then choose Harmonize Colors. The Color Harmonizer window will appear, offering a range of options and possibilities. In our example, we'll choose the option that adjusts the artwork's colors using both the original colors and the currently selected palette in Arttista, while preserving the luminance of the original colors. Then we click Apply. The color transformation was very subtle because the palette selected in Arttista is quite similar to the original colors of the artwork. So let's repeat the harmonization by going to the Repeat Last Color Harmonization option in the menu, which can also be triggered by pressing Shift plus F12. We then continue by pressing Shift plus F12 multiple times to apply the harmonization repeatedly until it reaches its limit. To add emphasis, we can manually select more striking colors from Arttista's palette and apply them directly to the target objects. And when needed, we can once again select the objects and repeat the last color harmonization, this time using a different color palette to achieve new results. In the third example, we'll harmonize using 3 different palettes. For each palette, we run Repeat Last Color Harmonization by pressing Shift plus F12 a few times. In the end, we get this result. Now, to add emphasis, I'll manually drag a few colors from the last palette used in the harmonization onto some objects in the scene. Notice that it's possible to drag colors directly from the color wheel onto objects. So after I drag a color from the palette to the front part of the hair, I go to the color panel, darken the tone, and then drag it from there onto the back part of the hair, which now has a darker shade. Now that you know how Arttista's Harmonizer works, it's up to you to test and experiment with the other options and techniques. For example, in this side panel, all options consider only the colors present in your scene without using Arttista's palette. You can apply a color harmonization following the triadic rule and see the results you get. You can repeat this harmonization by pressing Shift plus F12 and continue watching the changes. Arttista's Color Harmonizer is a powerful tool and a great helper when exploring possibilities, especially in such a delicate and elegant topic as colorization. Try out the other harmonizer options, with or without your preferred palettes, and develop your own personal techniques using it. Thanks for watching.